Let me show you one reason I've come to love WebStorm when working with an intro class like this in web development. As you're learning to write this code, we all understand that you don't know all of these elements and all of these attributes. You don't know what values to place. You don't know whether it should be capitalized or not. So you're starting from scratch. This editor is an excellent tool to help you learn from your own mistakes. It'll help you find your mistakes before your instructor does. So here you see some HTML code that's all in good shape. I can tell that this is in good shape because as I move my mouse up to the upper right corner, I see a little green check mark with a wavy line under it. And when I hover over that, it tells me that I have some typos on the page. I'm not too worried about typos right now, but what I don't see here in this corner are any error messages. And if you'll learn to watch this little space right here in the corner, you'll learn to find some of your mistakes. Let me give you an example. For creating styles inside of an HTML file, then you'll always start with an opening style tag and close with a closing style tag. And the word here is style. It's not styles. But if I were to change that to styles, I'm going to go ahead and save that. Look up here in the upper right corner. Now all of a sudden I've got a bit of a warning here. It's telling me 2 warnings. And if I slide down the slider area, I'll come to 1, and it tells me that there is an unknown HTML tag style. If I slide down, it tells me another. And of course there are 2 because there's an opening and a closing, and they're not going to match. So I can learn to use the symbols up here and then the little horizontal lines that I see here as a way of helping me to find where my mistakes are. If I come back and change that now back to just plain old style, and then Control S to save, then I go right back to my green check mark. I'm in great shape, ready to go. If I come down here perhaps and take out the closing H1 tag altogether, just completely delete it, now I get another warning up here, and this time it's 1 error, and I get the red circle with an exclamation mark. Notice how that 1 error can create lots and lots of messages, and it's because these things tend to ripple down, and you can just sort of scroll through these and just read these and find out exactly where your error is. And then notice up here that the warning is a red circle, and then down here is where I find the red horizontal line. I could click that and it will take me to where it's telling me that an error has been found, but the error is found before there. The errors actually begin way up here, and there it is right there. So if I will just hit Control Z to put that back in place, and then Control S, then I'm good to go. Let me show you how to find where these settings are in File and Settings. Under Editor, there is an option here called Inspections, and if I click here on HTML, then you can see all of the different things, items that WebStorm is going to be looking at constantly as you write your code. Anchor reference problems, it'll give you this little orange looking warning message here. The red is for an error, and so on. There's one down here that I wish that you would go ahead and check, and that's the one here for quirks mode. That's very important, as you'll learn later. You can see the different types of warning messages, what they mean, by clicking on this, and this is where you come to configure them, and we'll look at this one later, non-existent web resource, but not right now. We'll come back to that one. So go ahead and click quirks mode. Let's make sure we're checking that our doc type declaration on line 1 is correct. We'll click apply, and we'll click OK, and now you know how to let WebStorm help you find your errors before I do.